Good morning, ESA. I'm G3neziz, going to show you The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, 100% no source requirement. And yeah, since the beginning of the game is kind of slow and annoying, I will have enough time to explain what that entails exactly. So, let's get started. Yeah, you might notice this weird file name. More on that later. That has a purpose, I promise. Okay, so we are going to start the run in 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, this game is the successor to Ocarina of Time and has been released in the year 2000. So yeah, I feel kinda old now, but oh well. And yeah, after the events of Ocarina of Time, Link's purpose is to find his lost friend, Navi, who leaves after the events of Ocarina of Time. And yeah, Link is riding through the Lost Woods with his famous horse, Epona. And yeah, strange things might happen. Yeah, but for now, let's talk about the category and what that really means. In 3D Zelda games, you usually have a source requirement rule for all the 100% categories. That means that you have to get every heart piece, every item, every mask in this game from its original source. So I would have to get all the items like from their chest in a dungeon or a side quest or something. But in this category, this doesn't apply. I can do part pieces, I can do bottles, I can get everything in any way I want. There is no restrictions what the glitches can be, so I can use just whatever. And when I say whatever, I mean literally anything. I can use stale reference manipulation, I can use arbitrary code execution if I want, and yeah, I won't. And yeah, that will be quite a unique run. So this run is being ran on an JPN64, and the reason for that is that the file name stuff we are about to do in like 20-ish minutes is exclusive to N64 and especially the Japanese version, since we have more characters to work with. And yeah, more on arbitrary code execution later today in the TAS showcase. And yeah, Skull Kid just robbed us from our Ocarina, which Zelda gave us in Ocarina of Time. And yeah, our horse is gone too now, I guess. Sad. But we will see Epona later, and yeah. That will be quite the reunion. Yeah, as you have noticed, I haven't gotten any control over Link yet, and we are already 3 minutes in, so yeah. MM runners tend to dislike first cycle, which this part is. Yeah, in Majora's Mask, after we get to the clock town, we have a 3-day cycle to complete everything. So we have 72 in-game hours to get back our Ocarina, get back Epona, and save Termina, the world we are in, from impending doom. There might or might not be a moon crashing down. And yeah, more cutscenes. And more water I need to rehydrate. Yeah, the gimmick of this game is that you can transform into other species. So the Skull Kid here will just transform Link into a Deku Scrub in just a few minutes, or seconds rather. And we will then be able to use the powers of the Deku tribe, I guess, like spinning around, using flowers to fly around. And later on, there will be a Goron mask, a Zora mask, and we can play as Goron Link or Zora Link. And we will indeed use all of those forms. Not like any percent, where we don't use that much at all. The current any percent unrestricted route is really, really broken. We escape the first cycle stuff we are about to do, and we'll get to our human form in any percent way too early, and then just beat up the end boss. But in this one, we can't do that, because that's a Wii Virtual Console exclusive trick at the moment, at least. Yeah, we are Deku now, and yeah, we don't have a sword anymore, we don't have any items. No idea why Link lost all of his Ocarina of Time items, but oh well. I bet there's someone in chat having lore on that.
He probably just called a case of sequelitis.
Maybe.
A lot of that going around.
Oh. Could be true. Yeah. New fairy companion. Since Navi is gone, Tattle will jump to place. Yeah, I prefer the German name Taya over the English Tattle. I mean, there's reason why the fairies are called Tattle and Tail, but Taya just sounds more pleasant to me, at least. Yeah, she's quite annoying. Not as annoying as Navi, but she is annoying. And yeah, we are now just exploring what a Deku can do. And yeah, we can spin around. We can dive into these flower thingies we could see earlier. And that will make us fly through the air. And while we do that, just read a donation, please.
Absolutely. We have $10 from Justin Timberfake. That well-known singer, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's someone else. Anyway, the comment reads, "Good luck on the run. This season was my first time watching ESA. Had a great week." And that has gone to the Dingodile character choice for our upcoming Crash Team Racing Bid War, bringing Dingodile within $10 of his rival Tiny Tiger. So thank you very much for that donation. Please do keep them coming.
Alrighty, so we are almost in Clocktown, the main area of the game. And in most runs you see on Virtual Console, runners choose to skip the upcoming cutscene. But since the unpause lag on N64 is very, very unpleasant to deal with, I will not even attempt to do the HMS skip. HMS stands for Heavy Mass Salesman, and yeah, you can just skip this cutscene right here. The game needs 2 consecutive frames to start cutscene, and if you walk through the cutscene trigger by pause buffering frame perfectly, like 12-13 times, you can actually reach the loading zone for entering Clocktown. And so you don't have to watch this like 45 seconds cutscene. And yeah, it loses quite a bit of time, but I am really not dealing with unpause lag on N64. Sorry chat, we have to deal with that. And yeah, the Masked Salesman is a little creepy, but luckily we won't deal with him all that much. A very, very big advantage of running on N64 are the reset times. I am now resetting since the game saves automatically, and we can just jump in again, and that saves quite a lot of time over Virtual Console. And yeah, now we are a Deku Scrub in Clocktown, and we can't really do anything. The game wants us to go to the Great Ferry of the town and do some stuff, but nah, I don't really want to do that. So What I am going to do is make it night of the third day as quickly as possible. And that's because there's a carnival thingy going on here, and on midnight of the third day, or the third night, or whatever, the door to the clock tower where Skull Kid is located, which we shouldn't know yet, opens, and we can actually have access to the Skull Kid cutscene and get our ocarina back. And that's one of the things the masked salesman told us to do. Get our precious item, the ocarina, back, and then he will turn us back in our original form. And we are supposed to get the Majora's Mask back. Spoilers, door, please. We will not do that. Alright, it's already morning of the last day. Talking to Grandma and her quite boring stories made Link fall asleep, and yeah, now it's 2 days later. And yeah, now we can enter a shop where a scarecrow is located, and that scarecrow has a habit of dancing with strangers, it seems. So we can dance with that scarecrow, and that will make it night of the third day, and then we have only like 6 in-game hours left for it to be midnight. And those hours will be spent wisely. We need to collect some rupees and buy our first real item. And that will be an item Deku Scribe can't even use. So yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, one of the requirements for getting our ocarina back is having magic. Without magic, there's no way we can get our ocarina back. So, in order to get our ocarina, I need to collect this stray fairy. During nighttime, the fairy is always located here in Eastern Clocktown. And yeah, this guard doesn't really do his job really well, so you can just go past him. No big deal. And yeah, the game usually doesn't expect a player to leave Clocktown in the first cycle. Oh, rupees, I want you. And yeah, so there's no enemies, there was no cutscene showing off Terminal Field, and luckily the bushes having some rupees is still a thing. Otherwise, this would be really bad. And we need to kill some time anyway, so let's see whether we can get decent rupee RNG. Doesn't look that way. 28 after those bushes is not good, but yeah. Luckily, we only need 50 rupees, so we should be fine. Especially with those blue rupees. That's not a backwalk, thank you. Backwalking is faster than moving forward, and Deku usually is faster than Human Link anyway. Okay, we're short a few rupees, but there's a group of bushes behind me still. And as long as I enter the town before quarter past 10-ish, I should be fine and not lose any time at all. But that might be kind of close now. Yeah, when entering a part of the city you haven't been in yet, they usually plays a cutscene, but that only applies if you enter the part of the city from within the city. So when we're in Terminal Field and enter through a gate, we don't get any cutscene. We will get the cutscene later though. So no free time save, unfortunately. Okay, one of the creepy fairies, which were really creepy back in the day. I mean, after playing Ocarina of Time when I was like 7 or 8, I was just done for life. But at least they have helpful things for us. In this case, we get magic. And with magic, we can do a special attack with every of the 3 characters we can play. And even Human Link has another attack with that. And yeah, let's see whether we can not lose any time. Losing time on first cycle is really, really bad and easy. So you can just do unoptimized movement and lose a lot of time. You can have bad rupee RNG, lose a lot of time. And you can have a combination of both. Alright, we are entering the bomb shop. And I'm going to play it safe and not advance any more time. Alright, we have a bomb bag that contains 20 bombs. And yeah, we can't use bombs, but we will be using bombs later. Alright, it's almost midnight, and I haven't done any of the side quest stuff in first cycle, so usually you would do a annoying hide and seek sequence with some kids, but all you can do is just do this gainer. That's a not that precise trick to gain some momentum forward and some height, so Link can grab ledges. And yeah, we didn't lose any time with that bad bomb RNG, rupee RNG. So we still made it in time. Everything's alright. And yeah, more cutscenes. So the next like 5-ish minutes are kind of boring. So Robo, if you have anything to talk about, now is your chance.
All right, thank you very much. You may have noticed that we are, well, we're basically at $82,000. But why? What are we at $82,000 or $82,010 for? It is for Save the Children. It is an absolutely fantastic charitable organisation. Just so you're aware, 89% of every single dollar raised goes straight to their mission, which is changing the lives of millions of children around the world. To put it in context as to what your donations can bring in, the minimum donation of $5 doesn't sound like a lot, but it is enough to provide education supplies for a child fleeing conflict zones. So, if they have fallen with a terrible fate, just $5 can give him or her the tools they need to continue their education. A $10 donation, such as the one we just received earlier, is enough to provide a mother and a child fleeing war with food to last a week. And that is what Save the Children can do with your donations. So every single dollar you send absolutely matters, it absolutely counts, and it will help someone's life for the better. So please do keep them coming in. Thank you very much, everyone.
Alrighty, we just hit Skull Kid with our magic attack and got our Ocarina back, and now we will remember Princess Zelda. And yeah, that's the only time in the game that you can see Princess Zelda. And yeah, so this is indeed a Zelda game. Otherwise it would just be green Zelda doing stuff. But yeah, now we can see the real Zelda. And Epona. And yeah, she will teach us a very, very important song, the Song of Time. And that one has a slightly different ability than in Ocarina of Time. In Ocarina of Time you could open the Door of Time in the Temple of Time, or just remove some sun blocks, thingies. I didn't fail the song for once, nice. And yeah, this song will come in handy for our endeavors, since we only have 72 hours to get everything, and spoilers, it is not possible to get everything within one cycle, so we have to play the song to reset our 3-day cycle at least once. Alright, more cutscene stuff, and yeah, perfect time for donation.
Thank you very much. We have a $5 anonymous donation, no comments, but thank you very much, whoever you are, regardless. Yeah, you've donated to a fantastic cause. Thank you.
Okay, I really don't want to watch the cutscene coming up, so I just save and reset. On the Japanese version, there's no way to save other than playing Song of Time. On the English version, however, it is possible to talk to owl statues and save on them. But yeah, that's not a possibility we have. Alright, and since we fulfilled like almost everything the Happy Mask Salesman told us to do, we go back to him and learn another song. That song is the Song of Healing, and Song of Healing will usually result in troubled souls being not troubled anymore. So we can play it to get rid of our Deku form and put that curse into a mask, and whenever we put on that mask, we will have the power to be Deku Scrub again. And do we use Scrub anymore? Yeah, we will use Deku a little bit, a really, really, really tiny bit later on, but not for a while. Yeah, the routing in this is quite special, since we are about to do one of the main tricks in the game, which is coming up in about like 3 minutes after the whole cutscene stuff here is done. And yeah, that trick is stale reference manipulation, or in short SRM, which is a thing in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, even on the 3D versions. At least in MM it is. I don't know about OT, but I would be surprised if it wasn't a thing. And yeah, stale reference manipulation is a memory glitch where you can rearrange actors in the actors heap to do some interesting stuff with like everything. In this particular version, we want to get a few items, like every item, every bottle, every mask, and every song, and blah blah blah. And all of that can be collected from the original source, or with SRM, gotten from a chest, which you open over and over and over again. But that would be quite annoying and not pleasant to watch. And yeah, that's why I will be doing something completely different. And yeah, I will explain more of that when we are doing it. And for now, let's have a donation.
Thank you very much. I feel like we're at the start of a train because we have another anonymous $5 donation. No comment. It's also not put towards any of our bid wars. So just to remind you guys, we do have an upcoming donation incentive for Step Mania Through the Fire and Flames, as well as Super Mario Odyssey beating Luncheon Kingdom without doing Spew It. So both of those are possible, or you can contribute to our bidding war for Tiny Tiger versus Dingodile in our next run, Crash Team Racing. Regardless, thank you very much to the anonymous $5 donation. Thank you.
Okay, I will be advancing the text right here, and then I'm going to do a safety save. Because the SRM stuff is quite prone to crash. You need a angle perfect setup. And yeah, this game has 2 to the power of 8 angles, like 65,000. And if your angle unit is off by 1, the game either crashes or you don't get the outcome you expect. So, let's see. And remember the file name I have? I will just create another one, just for memory stuff reasons. The game stores the file name you're playing on and the lastly created file name in memory, and the characters we put in will be interpreted as game code in like hopefully 3 minutes or something. And yeah, that's called arbitrary code execution. We give the game characters to work with, and that will result in the game reading that as game code. And yeah, that code will be executed, and interesting things might happen. For that, I need bombs. And since I played Song of Time, my ammo is gone, unfortunately. And yeah. See. Nope. Good bomb RNG. Optimally, I get 2 bomb drops in that set of bushes. And yeah, that didn't happen, so let's farm for bombs. My favorite part in any speedrun. And yeah, I can already see the marathon luck. In practice, I got so lucky sometimes during the week. And yeah, 1 drop is not enough, sadly, so I am going to reset the area. And yeah, optimally, I will need 2 bomb drops. But to be on the safe side, I will go with 3 or 4 drops. Depends on how lucky or unlucky I get. And I think I am more on the unlucky side. Oops. Yep, really unlucky side. And yeah, that's what happens to all MM runners doing marathon runs. If you are dealing with bomb RNG, you usually just suffer. I want your help. Okay, that's 2 drops. Give me 1 more, please. Okay, nice. 2 more, okay. Okay. I want to enter the observatory, but there's a fence in my way. But with a recoil flip, I just messed up. Interesting. I can flip through the fence and don't have to deal with going there the normal way. And yeah, now it's getting interesting. We are setting up the actor heap. The actor heap is a region in memory that stores all the data for those pots and rupees, and I will change that around by unloading bombs or the smoke bombs leave behind. And that changes the arrangement of the actors in memory. So by dropping bombs and going through this little loading trigger here, I can rearrange memory, and when I super slide off of this pot and go through that tunnel right here, the pots will unload by having the camera inverted, if I can get it. Inverted cam is quite tricky sometimes, but usually it's fine. So super slide is interrupting Link with a damage source while trying to pick something up. And now we hold nothing in our hands. And that nothing is a stay reference. And I have to be careful not to watch or have a look at the moons tier, which is upstairs, since that's the trigger for the arbitrary code. If that is on camera, everything will be executed. And now I'm setting up the angle for the SRM. That should be correct. Okay, that should also be correct. And a little setup to get the final angle. Okay, 1 more set of turns. Not that way, Link. Link, do your thing. Like that. We now open the debug menu, which is a leftover from developing the game, I guess. And yeah, we can now set like everything we want. The first thing I set was my rupee count to like 2500. Usually you can carry a max of 500 rupees with the biggest wallet. I want to have 20 hearts, since that's required for the 100% definition. And yeah, now I'm going through the items. I have an ocarina already. I need some arrows. I need fire, ice, light arrows, and that one. I need bombs and bomb shoes, a bunch. Okay, let's get to like 40. And yeah, by putting a 1 everywhere, I get an amount. The bottom row here is bottles, and by having different values here, I can manipulate which item I get in the bottle. So I have red potion, that's Chateau Romani and some bugs, and the rest will be just empty bottles. This right here is the part where you can set your masks, so I can just give me almost every mask. There's a reason why I don't get every mask there is. And yeah, boss remains. I don't really need to enter any dungeons since I've now given myself all the boss remains and all the songs. I got the best sword and the best shield, the mirror shield. And I want to have the biggest upgrades for quiver and bomb bag. And I want to have some skulls for the oceanside spider house. And no need for those. And maps and compasses from the dungeons. And some stray fairies. Like, oh, usually you only need 15, but let's see. Maybe that's too many. I am afraid the game might crash if I have too many. And that's everything we said. So I will just press A to save, reset, and the scary part is done. Whew. Alright. And now the real run begins after 30 minutes. Usually a bit faster if bomb RNG is a little bit better, but oh well. Okay, we already saw that we have 20 hearts, and that's not our final count. We might go a little over 20. Okay, slowing down time by playing the notes for Song of Time backwards. And yeah, you can see I have like everything now. We need a lot of magic, so I will drink the Chateau Romani, which not only heals us, but gives us infinite magic for the rest of this cycle. And yeah, I need to get to places, but I don't really move through the overworld. That's not ISG. That is. And there's an owl statue you can see from the western part where I am now. And that's located in southern Clocktown. Okay, already wasted 2 chews. It's really laggy on N64 doing hovers. So on Virtual Console you can just go full speed, do 1 extra for safety. And by hovering over the loading trigger I can hit the owl. And that is an owl statue you usually don't get to hit. And that's why it's called the Hidden Owl. And that owl has a special property. It doesn't... Well, it does have a value or an index attached to it, but that index is a little bit glitchy. Usually, if you play the Song of Soaring, which we already have, you can decide where you want to go depending on which owl statues you've already hit. And yeah, that usually brings you to where you want to go, but this owl statue depends on your last known position on the map screen. So if I put the cursor somewhere on the map, I will fly or soar to a very different place. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do now. I will be heading towards Deku Palace. Not to do anything there, but I will need to have that as a map point to warp to another place later on. And yeah, you saw me doing my favorite octo skip. Glitchless runners cry now because they have to deal with a big octo, and that's quite a precise jump. We don't luckily have to do that. We can just roll through everything and make use of all of our equipment. And now it's time to get everything we couldn't get with the debug menu. The debug menu gave us almost everything. And yeah. And now we see the index warp, how it's called correctly. in action. I didn't set my map point at all, so it defaults to Great Bay Temple, not Great Bay Temple, but the Great Bay area. So usually this is not an area we are supposed to be in 34 minutes. But yeah, it's really, really nice doing that. Little swag fest. That doesn't look like a hole-in-one, sadly. Nah, I missed the door. And yeah, usually you would need to collect... I didn't equip bombs. Interesting. Yeah, collect 30 skull tokens to get the reward, but that rewards guy is triggered if you get from 29 to 30, and there he is. So one skull is enough to get this nice little wallet upgrade. And yeah, my rupee count might look a little weird, and yeah, that has a reason. I didn't set my map point. And yeah, setting the map point to Clocktown will bring us to Milk Road, and Milk Road is really, really, really not interesting. So, go ahead and read a donation.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much. Funny enough, this came in even before your bomb luck, but I felt it was quite appropriate. ENT91 donated $25 and writes, from a German 2013 era Majora's Mask speedrunner to a German 2022 era Majora's Mask speedrunner, my condolences. Just kidding. Good luck on the run. And that has been put towards the Spiritless Luncheon Kingdom incentive for Mario Odyssey later. Thank you very much for the donation.
Yeah, thank you indeed. And yeah, speedrunning back then was really, really different. Index Warp has not been around 2013, I think? Maybe? I'm not too sure. So back then, it was a really, really different experience. And yeah, luckily... Yeah, I'm not really good at this game, other than doing like SRM stuff. So if I were to run glitchless or any other glitch category that doesn't involve SRM, I will just not be really good. And yeah, now we are on the ranch doing some potentially embarrassing shooting stuff. But yeah, for now let's have a look at those aliens. And this cow that is about to get abducted. But I really like the music here. It's fantastic. Really, really chill. And yeah, now time to embarrass myself. I can't aim for the life of me. Yay, I hit one. If you're really good, you can just hit all the targets in under like 25 seconds, but yeah, that is not going to happen if I do it. I would just go slow. Wow. And the last one. Sub 40 is okayish for me at least. Why do you clap for that? Oh, right. And yeah, that's one annoying thing in this area. And the more annoying thing is dealing with these little yellow thingies, the lemons. They are quite RNG heavy where they go, but usually it's not too bad. Also, banger music. Yeah, usually they tend to be all over the place, and I just have a look around the corner. Usually there's one behind here somewhere. Yep. I like this music. Brahmin Mask is interesting and only has this particular use. I don't think there's anything else you can do with it. Well, you could do something to a mini-boss we will not even see, but that's about it, I think. I think that was decent Lemons RNG. Alright, let's talk about why I get this mask from Source. You see this little prompt right here that indicates that something for the Bomber's notebook has been filled out. And yeah, we couldn't set any flags for the Bomber's notebook. The Bombers are 5 little kids who are in a weird club or something, and they have a notebook where they write down the behaviors of all the NPCs, and you can just note your rewards and everything. And that's something we need to collect throughout the run. And yeah, that's quite annoying. But the good thing is we have to do a lot of side quest stuff, which is one of the more fun parts of the game, actually. At least for me. Whoop. What we also couldn't get was Tingle maps. Tingle sells maps, of course. And luckily he's not as greedy as in Wind Waker. Alrighty. While we're doing that, I think there's time for donations.
Absolutely. Pika Blue has donated $11, saying, such a cozy Friday evening. Thank you, ESA. And let us go on to, partially to Dingo Dial for our Crash Team Racing character choice, but then cheekily $1 towards Tiny Tiger, leaving Tiny Tiger slightly in the lead of our bidding war.
Alright, we are in the Goron Village, and we are leaving Goron Village now. And yeah, having the cursor on Woodfall will bring us back to Clocktown. And yeah, in Clocktown we will do some side quest stuff to first start the Bombers quest. So we have to play hide and seek with the Bomber kids. And we will actually start the biggest side quest of the game, the Kafei and Anju quest. And that will give us some stuff for the Bomber's notebook, of course. But first, let's revisit Tingle. There are 6 different Tingle maps to obtain. And we already got 2. This will make it 4. And yeah, Tingle has strong legs. He can land from like anywhere. Yeah, enjoy his really cheerful Hululimpa. I will not do that. Okay, time to shoot the balloon. Talk to Jim. Hi, Jim. And yeah, now I have to catch all of these kids in order to get the flag for the Bomber's notebook, which I have thanks to the debug menu, but the game usually gives the notebook to you here. And now we will play a song that isn't in the game. Sun Song. It's a leftover from Ocarina of Time and does the exact same thing. It speeds up time. And if you enter a loading zone, you can stop the progression of time. And you are able to set the day of time more quickly. I need this mask. Yeah, that's the final reward of the Kafei and Anju quest. And since we already got the mask, we can get this heart piece right here. Not that we would require a heart piece, since we already have 20 hearts, but we will get a entry for our notebook. Okay, time to visit the mother of Carfei. And she will give us Carfei's mask, and then we can go on. And yeah, there will be a really bad part in about like 2 minutes or something. And yeah, I will talk about that when we get there, but it won't be nice. Okay. We already have 2 kids done, so that's number 3. Don't want to talk to you again. But now we want to talk to Anju to get a room key. Usually there's a Goron with our exact name that has reserved a spot in this inn right here. And yeah, now we robbed him and he has to sleep outside. Okay, making it night. And yeah, that's definitely faster than playing a Song of Double Time, which also exists. But yeah, that's kind of slow. Yeah, you can already hear the Goron, which we robbed. Where's he sleeping again? Yeah. Okay, time for the worst part. I will enter the western part of the town right now. And I will deposit 900 rupees, which I can do because I have like 2500 or something. Usually, like I said, you can only hold 500 rupees. And if I were to get another rupee, I would be set back to the maximum I can hold in my wallet right now. And yeah, after I get the wallet here, I can hold 500 rupees. And now it's almost time for the worst part. But first, I forgot to equip a mask. Okay, favorite dance of the game. And after this dance, I will enter the postman's area. And the postman minigame requires you to hit 10.00 seconds exactly on the spot. This game runs at 20 frames visually, but input-wise, it's 60 frames per second. So, you have 3 input frames for every visual frame there is, and only one works. One single one works for the correct frame to get 10.00. And yeah, that's annoying. Really annoying. And I can lose like minutes here. Hopefully I don't. But there is potential to see this like 10 times or even more. I like this visual cue the best, and having bunny hood on makes the timer not disappear. Way too early. There is a visual cue with the blue triangles, but I am not a big fan of that, so I just YOLO it. YOLO usually is the best strat there is. Okay, that was the exact time again. Luckily we have way more rupees than we need, so we have final rupees. Oh, even earlier, oh boy. Okay, we're getting closer. Yeah, this is really annoying. Having a PB run that got it first try is really bad, and yeah, that's the case for me now. Oh, really late. While I am doing this, I think it's a perfect time to read a donation.
No worries. Thank you very much. Thank you to Infinity X2K4 who has donated $10 with the comment, cheers to the staff, runners and viewers. 82,000 is amazing, yo. Speaking of amazing, nice work there. The music in this run is so fun. Good luck in the run, Genesis.
Thank you, and I need it. Okay, we got the last kid. Now let's see which bomber code we get. Not that it really matters, but... Okay. Not a fun one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is my favorite one. And yeah, now it's time to be a little mean to Grandma, because Sakon is going to hide here in a bit. And that's a thief, and yeah, he's about to steal something from the bomb shop lady. And we just bail on him. Alright, so the cutscene started, and that triggers something for the Kafai's quest later. And now it's time to enter the milk bar, and yeah, I don't have the required mask to get in there normally, so I have to get out of bounds and enter the loading zone that way. If I could get ISG, please. Oh boy. Luckily I have a few spare bombs. What? I am so bad. Oh man. Okay. Now it's getting a little embarrassing. Muscle memory is just gone. There we go. All right. And now, if you haven't had breakfast yet, maybe now is a good time, because I'm playing a few annoying songs. And yeah, that takes a while and is not really interesting. We have to play 4 different songs with our 4 different forms, and that will result in us receiving a mask and some entry for the Bomber's Notebook. And yeah, the whole postman stuff was only for the Bomber's Notebook. I don't need the heart piece I got. And I am really bad at doing anything, it seems. What I wanted to say is I'm really bad at remembering the songs for all the characters. Oh, hey. I didn't fail. Nice. And yeah, the whole song the Zora is orchestrating here just sounds off. But the finale will sound quite nice. So Robo, what prizes are people going to win or able to win if they donate?
Oh my god! I mean, I was just thinking prizes, and then you said it. It's like there's some kind of connection going. We do have many fabulous prizes on offer. I've talked about a lot of the big ticket ones. Obviously, we've seen a lot of the PlayStation 5 prizes, the Nintendo Switch, which you can get if you donate a cumulative total of $100 or $50 respectively over the course of the marathon. You do not need to do this all in one donation. You can make it in 10 or even $25 donations, and as long as you're using the same contact details each time, we'll remember how much you donated, and if you hit that threshold, you'll get put into the draw. We've got a number of other prizes as well. For example, a Sleepy Kirby tufting rug, which you may have seen on the pictures between streams. An appropriate Legend of Zelda one. We've got the legendary hero burlap print from the start of the Wind Waker. Quite literally a legendary prize. Those have a threshold of $30 and $25 respectively. You can see the full list on prizes.esamarathon.com or by typing in !prizes in the chat. There's loads on offer. Please do check them out. You are eligible to be entered in the draw for any donations made throughout the marathon.
Okay, we are now done with playing stupid songs, and now we advance the Kalphite quest by talking to Anju, which we set a meeting at midnight earlier. And now the fun part of this run begins. At least, in my opinion, the upcoming segment is my favorite. And yeah, it's night 1, and that's the night where the aliens want to get their hands on the cows in the ranch. So we are going to help defeating the aliens, but in a very, very different way than you'd normally see. Let's put it that way. Yeah, we already saw the usage of Sun Song, which is, like I said, a Ocarina of Time exclusive song. It's still in the data and still on the cartridge, but it's not something you can play in the normal game. And yeah, we are really early. So we can play Sun Song to make the aliens appear. And here they are. And yeah, time is still moving rapidly, so I'm mashing the start button. And while I'm pausing and unpausing, the in-game time still progresses, so you can see the color of the sky changing. And I'm looking on the clock of the bottom part of the screen, which flashes every time I pause. And if I unpause now, the aliens are dead. Okay, time for some more complicated glitchy stuff. We will make it night of the second day, start a cutscene and reset the day, which sounds strange, and it is really strange. And yeah, that skips having to deal with a cutscene, which starts on the night of day 2, where Crimea, the older sister of Romani, wants to deliver some milk to Clocktown and blah blah blah. And that's really, really annoying to do, so we will just skip that. And I need bugs. Or anything I can catch in a bottle, really. Yeah, now it's night of the second day. And yeah, now my controls are inverted and I can play the ocarina in this state. Talk to Tremia. And just mash. And I pressed yes for Song of Double Time and the cutscene at the same time. So, what are my equips? I need this and that. And that resets the day. So now it's morning of the second day again. And that's really important because we still have to do stuff on second day. NPCs have certain cycles they are on, and they have their private lives are quite different depending on what day and time you are engaging with them. So, what we're doing now is a little mini game again, and again, I'm really bad at mini games. So you will most likely not see a sub 50 on this. Don't get off your horse. Oh boy. There's a race coming up. And I'm really bad at it. And while we're doing that, I think there's a donation.
There is indeed. Thank you very much to Mockett for your $100 donation. Very, very much appreciated. Somebody definitely wants to get in for the running to win a PlayStation 5. There is no comment attached to it, but we are supremely grateful for that donation. Thank you very, very much for that, Mockett.
And yeah, as I said, I'm really bad at this minigame. And I never really practiced it because it's really annoying. And I might have just lost. Yep, I lost. So we will just do it again. That's really bad. But yeah, I accounted for all of that in my estimate. My current PB is a high 132. World record is like a mid 131. And yeah, there's not that many people running this category. I think this particular route on N64 has only been done by Claire and me. And yeah, the old route was on Wii U because the debug menu stuff was first discovered on Wii U, or rather it was discovered on Wii, but on Wii you can't really navigate through the debug menu because the inputs for the D-pad on GameCube controller have not been mapped on Wii Virtual Console, but they have been on Wii U Virtual Console. And yeah, opening the debug menu back then was a big pain. You had to play Song of Soaring a total of like 70 times throughout the run, which was really annoying. Luckily, I only started running this game when that was not around anymore. And yeah, now some fun stuff. If you like T-posing, this might be interesting. Yeah, this is a 1.0 cartridge exclusive quirk of the game. If you do this second part of the carriage ride while having the Secret Leader's mask on, Link is a little T-posing. So, yeah, you can't do anything with while you're T-posing, so it's really annoying and laggy, but it looks fun. Yeah, and it's not only for this part, but also here. And yeah, that's an auto-scroller. Usually, if you don't have the mask, those two bandits will attack you and try to destroy the milk jars, but they won't attack me since I have the mask now. And yeah, we are just stuck in T-posing.
Love how the music is still very intense anyway.
Oh yeah. For doing nothing, it's quite intense. Yeah. I'm reducing some lag because on N64 this part is really, really, really laggy. And you will notice the lag throughout the run. The whole stone tower area is really laggy. The final fight against Majora, the end boss, is really laggy. You can literally count the frames. Oh, hi Moon. And yeah, watching the sky or the bottom of the carriage results in having less lag frames. And for now, we are now back to Clocktown and can do some more side quest stuff. Okay, we got Romani's mask, so we can enter the Milk Bar the normal way and don't have to hover out of bounds again. And yeah, you could optimally do movement with Goron Mask, but I tend to bonk as Goron, and yeah, bonking doesn't save time, so I will just skip all the Goron movement in Clocktown. Alrighty, so now we are entering the laundry pool, and there's this slightly famous guy. And yeah, he will not give us Song of Storms like in Ocarina of Time, but a mask we already have and don't need anymore. And now it's time for more Cafe quest stuff. And yeah, Cafe is that purple-haired little dude who has been transformed back to a kid by Skull Kid. And yeah, he's about to marry Anju, and yeah, he's quite in a bad shape for that, so we have to help him somehow. So we now get the pendant. We can bring that to Anju, so Anju knows Cafe is okay. She's worrying, of course, that Cafe is just gone, but he isn't, so we can show her that. I need to equip that, okay. And yeah, this route is, as I said earlier, quite unique. You do quite a lot of side quests and don't have to do like combat or anything. So the only real fight we have will be the final boss, which is a pushover with 21 hearts, double defense, and Fierce Deity's Mask. But yeah, I can still lose a lot of time due to lag and other inconveniences. Okay, time to make it night of the third day. At least for that cycle here. "24 hours remain." And while I'm doing that, I think Robo has something to talk about.
Rich. Yes, we do have a $10 donation from Happy Bear saying, Genesis, this is an incredibly impressive run, and I'm so proud of you. Love from the Bewilderbeast cinematic universe. And that has gone towards the Spiritless Luncheon donation incentive. And also, let's say this is my final donation reading for this run. I'm going to be handing you over to the Supersonic Scott himself, Argic, who will be continuing on the donation reading for this run and the next few runs as well. So yeah, thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of Majora's Mask.
Okay, and now I will stock up on some explosives just for the sake of not have to reset the run, because yeah, it's a marathon. I just do safe strats, and yeah, having laggy areas usually results in wasting a few chews, and yeah, so I will just stock up on chews. And I haven't talked about one thing yet. That's not enough. I want one more. We still have to hit every owl statue in the game. But if I start hitting owls, I can't use Index Warp anymore. And for now, yeah. Let's go back to the Postman, my best friend in the game, and try a one attempt only frame perfect trick. Let's see. You can duplicate this letter right here if you do a frame perfect one attempt only equip swap. And I didn't get it. That's a shame. That loses like 4.5 minutes, but it's not too bad either. So I want to go here And that is the last instance, if I can get the song right. Wow. For index warp. After that, I will be starting to hit the owl statues. There are 10 statues in total, and I have to hit every single one of them. And yeah, that's the Terminal World Tour, as we like to call it. 9 to go. And yeah, this area is really laggy, as you might notice here. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. Thank you. And why do I have choose on C right? That's not correct. I am really not comfortable with choose on that button. That should be way better. Okay, time to enter the hideout of Sakon, the thief who stole something from the old bomb shop lady. And yeah, hitting the owl statues along the way. And usually you would need to wait until Sakon opens the hideout. Oh no, he found us. That's bad. Yeah, no, it's not that bad. We can clip through here with a specific setup. I messed it up, interesting. Oh yeah, right, I didn't punch. Huh. Without punching, that setup does not work, because the punch changes your position slightly. Ah, way better. Okay. Time to do this little section here, where you have control over a character that is not Link. And casually, this is not the easiest part, but yeah, I'm not going to do the whole puzzle stuff normally. What you can do is hover on top of that conveyor belt, but one hover is not enough. There's a big invisible wall you have to overcome. And yeah, it's really laggy in here because there's so many assets loaded. And yeah, doing hovers in a very laggy room is really bad. But it works, so that's why I got some extra chews. Okay. Okay, now I'm on top of the conveyor belt thingy and can just walk to the end. And that skips like the annoying puzzle section. Okay, and yeah, now the Terminal World Tour, where we hit all the owl statues, really starts. I mean, we only have the 2 owl statues in Ikana and Stone Tower right now. But we have to hit a few more of those. And yeah, you will have the final hours music for a bit. It looks scarier than it really is. There's so much spare time, and surely the moon will not crash. If it does, I don't know. This game might not be the right game for me then. Yeah, we're helping that guy. And since we already have the mask, we receive 5 rupees, and that resets our rupee count to the max wallet capacity we have. Some equips. And yeah, I am not a big fan of Epona, so I get over the fences that way. Oh no, go away, don't jinx me. Yeah, getting hit by those thingies results in you not being able to pull your sword. And I will need my sword to hit the owl statue. I mean, the Great Fairy Sword we already have, or Deku Stick work as well, but I would lose some time for changing my equips, and yeah, that's not something I want to do. Okay, waiting for the postman to stop. Okay, so he's running away now. He is really scared of the falling moon for some reason. Don't know why. I mean, what's about to happen if the moon crashes? There's nothing to fear. Only a very, very big thing crashing down. Alright, we have three owls now. Yeah, 3. And yeah, we want to go to the Milk Road now. There's another owl statue, and then we will make our way to Great Bay, where 2 more owl statues are located, and the last 2 Tingle maps will also be there. And yeah, this is one of the more boring parts of the run. Not really much going on. You can still lose a lot of time by doing bad things or messing stuff up. And yeah, this trick right here is one of the easiest things you can do. So if you are a rando player or just playing casual, this damage boost with a Goron and a bomb is really, really interesting and can give you access to Great Bay early, for instance. I didn't bonk, interesting. Usually I bonk, and bonking there is not fun. Okay, I need these. And yeah, the platform on the English version is a little bit lower, so you can actually climb it as Zora, and I don't know about Human Link, but I hit Tingle first try. Okay, that's not something usually happens. Yeah, on the Japanese version you have to jump onto the platform, which can lose a lot of time. I think my one and only Old Dungeons Restricted run, which is a really, really fun category, lost like 2 minutes on, on that part. Alright, we have all the Tingle maps now. And a few more owl statues to hit. Okay. Okay, so now we're at the other side of Great Bay, and I hate those bonefish thingies. They're really hard to see on N64, and it's really bad getting hit by them because your direction can change, and yeah, your momentum is just gone. Okay, since Index Warp is not active anymore, I can just smash my Ocarina and soar back to Clock Town. And after that, we are making our way to the northern part of Terminal. It's a snowy area we already have been in, but this one has still some stuff we need to get, like 2 owl statues, and we need to get the fairy reward of the Snowhead Temple. The bad thing about the debug menu is that we only can get 2 out of 4 fairy rewards from the temples. And yeah, we already have the reward from Stone Tower Temple, the Great Fairy Sword, and we already have double defense. We are still missing double magic, and we're still missing the Great Spin. And yeah, we will get those from source, actually. But first we need to traverse the overworld a little. And Age, can you remind us what we are collecting money for?
Of course, we are collecting money for Save the Children. We've been doing this all week long. I know it's cheesy because it's Majora's Mask, but you already said it earlier. It is dawn of the final day. Less than 12 hours remain until the event here. We are trying to hit 115,000 to give to Save the Children here. And we got a stacked day ahead of us. Like, you're going to want to see this. But just to know as well what Save the Children does, they help around the world, worldwide. If you have $10, you can give $10 to ensure that 4 children can get access to one of Save the Children's child-friendly places for a month. Because one of the most important things for children growing up is the safety and security of being in an area with their families, being able to enjoy themselves, and just having a childhood life, you know? And of course they do a number of things as well, like for example, if you can have $50 to spare, you can keep 10 out-of-school children from going hungry during a pandemic. You can provide meals with your donations. And of course, we're not asking you to do that just for nothing. We do have a few incentives here as well. We've still got $300 left on our Step Mania incentive. We've got a good rhythm block coming up here. And we've already done Here Comes Plum. But do you want to see some Through the Fire and the Flames? And the flames are going to be the legs of those runners, because that's how that's going to work. But while we're saying that there, I just might see we have a $100 donation coming in here from Dr. Dolphin. Yeah. From Dr. Dolphin 66. That says, I want to have sweet dance moves like that guy just did. Yeah. Oh, do those dance moves coming through. And also a anonymous $50 donation coming in as well. And there's Big Gora. That's going to be me in 12 hours. Says, oh, I'm on 3 hours sleep at the moment. That's my own fault. But yeah, that's $150 coming in there, putting it straight to that Step Mania. Those legs are going to be on fire. 151,000, damn. $151 out of 1,000 there. Only another 149. If you want to see that Step Mania, let's get going. And we do have that Sparkless Luncheon incentive as well. Currently at $85 out of 2,000. Let's see that fun stuff in Mario Odyssey.
And yeah, you really, really want to watch that. Especially the Step Mania showcase. It's amazing. And yeah, I would just break my legs doing that.
Oh yeah, 100%. So, like, I've watched some people in the arcade, just like they've been playing some of it, and I'm just looking at them going, nah.
Nah.
It's like, that's not happening. I do that, I'm falling over myself.
Alright, we finally have double magic. And I am about to do another hover trick out of bounds, because all these fairy fountains we are in right now are on the same scene. And only one of them is loaded at a time, but if we can hit a loading trigger, we can actually use the exit of every other fairy fountain. So we entered from the snowy area, snow pad, and we wanna head for, that's not ISG. Got the backup, nice. And messed that up, and my angle is bad. And I'm too slow. Yeah, we wanna head to Woodfall next. The swamp area we haven't been in yet. And I'm wasting shoes like crazy. It's really laggy. Yeah, if you like green, this is your favorite part, I guess. Yeah, collision is still loaded, loading zones are still loaded, and we can just exit here and are in Woodfall. Nice. We need the reward for this ferry still, so we can do this. And that was too early, I think. Let's see, did I get it? I did get it, okay, interesting. Yeah, there are a few of those fairy fountains where you get the item the first frame of the cutscene, but not all of them do that. So there are ones like the Snowhead one, where you get the reward at the end of the cutscene. And so you can't skip the whole Great Fairy animation talking to her stuff. Luckily for Woodfall, that's not the case. We can just hit the loading trigger from out of bounds and avoid right after that. And that results in us getting the upgrade and yeah, not having to watch the cutscene. Saves like 40 seconds or something. Okay, and I swear this is the fastest way to get back. Looks stupid, and it is stupid, but it's faster than going back to Decuform, fly to all the platforms and doing that the normal way. Rolling as a Goron while taking some damage here is a little bit faster. Okay. I will need this. We are about to end the this cycle right here, which is still the second cycle we are doing. The whole debug menu stuff ended in a save without using Song of Time, so this is indeed still the second cycle of this game. And while we're going back, I think it's a great opportunity to read a donation.
Thank you. We've got two coming in here. We've got a $5 donation from Westy Wind, who says, "This is a special game to me, and this is such a special event." Putting it, of course, towards to our Stepmania rhythm game there. And I concur. Westy is screening donations for us right now. We were sitting chatting there. It's like, just, this is hitting all the nostalgia right now. Like this big segment with the end of time music. It's like, yeah. So this is great. And we also have another $100 donation coming in here from H. Jordan that is saying, "For Stepmania, something I can't do by doing something I can. Stuck at home with COVID, stuck at home with COVID and have enjoyed the entire event." And of course, is putting that to the Through the Fire and the Flames incentive here. And they're coming in thick and fast. We got another two as well. We got Caramel Man 5 with another $100 donation, saying, "Have the Scottish brothers in the audience been up all night? Anyways, good job, everyone." Not quite all night, 3 hours of sleep. Ask me in 12 hours when I'm sleeping on the floor. And then another $100 donations from Char Bunny, saying, "Donating for Argic hosting," thanks smiley face, "putting this towards the Stepmania showcase song." And thank you very much for all those donations. I believe if I do a quick little refresh here, with the glorious music that is playing right now, I can confirm we have met Through the Fire and the Flames on Stepmania. So those feet are going to be on fire tonight. You're going to want to see that.
All right. I don't know whether you noticed or not, but Cafe was sliding around a little in that cutscene, and that is one of the 1.0 exclusive quirks of the game. And I need to mash Ocarina to not crash the moon, thank you. Yeah, I played Sunsong right before this cutscene happened, and it's still active through the cutscene. And yeah, if I wasn't fast enough, it would just crash down and I would lose all my progress, which would be bad. Alright, So 2 more cycles for cleanup. We still don't have everything. There's still some 1 mask to get and a few notebook entries. First, we wanna help the bomb shop lady this cycle. Let me some equips. I need you and you. I try to time it so I don't have to wait like forever, but I will be going safe. Yeah, it's midnight and she's about to come here now, so we have to wait a little. I try to make a setup that you have to wait like a second, but that's really, really scary and not something I will attempt in a marathon run. Therefore, it's not the highest consistency for that setup yet. Oh no, you don't. Let's watch Granny. Hi. Yeah, there's nothing really you need to do after hitting Sakan once. Can do like some inverted cam stuff. I know there's at least one person that might be watching having trouble with inverted cam. And yeah, inverted cam is stupid sometimes. Okay, we helped her, got the kaboom mask, or whatever it's called in English. I know it's Kavumsmaske in German. Alright, making it morning. And now we need to talk to the granny in the inn again. But this time we are not sleeping through her boring stories, because we already have a mask that prevents that. And yeah, we need to do that in order to get her entries for the Bomber's Notebook. And I lost multiple runs doing that, because I apparently am not able to read Japanese. She will ask questions after the stories, and if you select the wrong answer, yeah, you're just basically forced to reset the cycle. Okay, I have the mask on. I will start with the short one. This progresses time a few hours, like 2 hours or something. And I think for this one you can answer just whatever, and she will give you the hard piece. But for the second one, you wanna select the bottom answer. Otherwise, you don't have a chance to redo it, because this story progresses a whole day, and it's already the last day, so there's, she will just tell you, no, I can't read that right now, blah blah blah, and you have to reset the cycle, which loses way too much time. Okay, now for the last part, we need some rupees, and buy the mask we just used. So yeah, it's interesting how everything works out, but yeah, we can do stuff like that. Using mask, we have to buy still. And while I'm getting rupees and buying that mask, I think we have time for donation.
Thank you. We have a $5 donation from Cepheus that says, this might be the last chance that I have to donate. So thank you for great entertainment, as always. And we also have a $50 donation from Ori Pingo that says, good luck with the run, Genesis. Always loved Majora's Mask since I was a little kid. Amazing seeing how you complete the game this way. Greetings from the Canary Islands. And they put that donation towards the Crash Team Racing Any% character bid war right now. There was $1 between both of them, but this 50 goes towards Dingo Dial. So if you want to see some tiny tiger, you're going to have to get your donations in and pull that tiger back in front.
Okay, that's everything we do in this particular cycle, so we are playing Song of Time one more time. And have one more cycle of shame because I didn't get the frame perfect one attempt only trick. The only thing that's still missing in our Bomber's notebook is the entry for receiving Chateau Romani from Kafai's mom, Madame Aroma, in the milk bar. For that we still... Oh, not still. We need the letter again, so... You can get the letter if you don't help the bomb shop lady. That way, Kafai can follow Sarkon to the hideout and do everything, blah blah blah. Just some story stuff. And we need that in order to get the letter again. Kafai needs to leave on day 3. And yeah, since I can't enter the hideout of Kafai in this cycle normally, because I didn't initiate the whole Kafai quest in this cycle, I need to clip into that. And yeah, it's still morning of day 1. We have to play this song a bunch to make it like 2 p.m. on the 3rd day. And yeah, that's quite an annoying side effect of not having hit that trick earlier, but yeah, it only loses 4.5 minutes, and that's fine for marathon setting, and yeah, I would have reset over bomb RNG already if this were a PB attempt, so this is fine, believe me. And yeah, we're still collecting money for Save the Children, and I think there's a donation.
There is indeed, and I believe you know this one. We have a $20 donation from G3neziz that is saying, your lucky charm believes in you, Jen.
Oh boy, yeah. Khajiit is notoriously bad for giving me bad luck.
Oh no.
Every time he's watching or chatting in my chat, everything just goes downhill. Like every time.
Well, hopefully that doesn't happen here. And we are very, very close to $83,000 there for Save the Children. We are currently 82,726. And I'm not doing math right now. I'll do it at the end of this run.
Okay, one more usage of that song to make it like afternoony, like that. And yeah, I can't use the door, like I can show you. If I can, I don't know. Yeah, can't use it. And yeah, there's a way to clip into it, and that's why I got bombs. I don't need you. I need that, and I need that. It's the wrong buttons I chose, but oh well. Like, drop a bomb. And just do this. You can clip into the loading zone. And yeah, the curiosity shop owner is still here, and you get the letter. Okay, I want you back. I want you. That should be enough. Yeah, equips in this cycle are not something I usually remember, because runs don't get to this cycle. Because, yeah. Recovering the letter you gave away to the postman is a trick you want to have in your PB. Otherwise, the run is just dead. Okay. Okay, I lied. This is the last one. Last Sun Song. Okay. Let's enter the milk bar. On the night of the final day, you don't really need the correct mask to enter. Okay, let's get that. Talk to her, give her the mail, and now we should have completed the game to 100%. We will check in a bit if I can play stupid song. Alright, one more cycle, and the only purpose for that cycle is to beat the game. So nothing to collect really, or do, except for getting to the final boss. We do have all the boss remains. We could watch a 5-minute cutscene, but nah. I would rather have Argic read a donation.
And we can indeed. We have a $50 donation from Lee Vile. It says, thank you to everyone involved and best of luck to the runner, Viel Glück. And they're, of course, putting the donation towards that Super Mario Odyssey Spotless Luncheon. That is currently sitting at, let me do a quick refresh here. Currently sitting at $340 out of the 2,000 needed. So we can definitely hit that. We've got quite a couple of hours away from Odyssey there. And we've just also received a $100 anonymous donation there. With no comment, but also going towards Super Mario Odyssey. Thank you very much for all your donations towards Save the Children. Please do keep them coming. Let's make this the best final day we've had yet.
Okay, I just said I don't want to watch a 5-minute cutscene, but instead I'm going to do another SRM trick, which changes where a grotto takes me. Usually there's a hole in the ground and you will end up in a grotto, but with SRM we can change where that grotto takes you. We can change the entrance value of that grotto. And yeah, there's a nice place we want to be, and that's the moon. And yeah, moon warp was one of the glitches we really wanted to find, and we did. And yeah, after that, Majora's Mask just broke. It just broke into pieces, and now it's just a glitchy mess, which is fun. I love me some glitchy mess. And yeah, I'm setting up the heap in the memory right now by unloading the bomb smoke and destroying some grass and rocks. And that way, when I do another super slide, I can do some interesting moon warp shenanigans. And also say hi to Dampe. Ocarina of Time 100% runners will hate him. For a reason. Okay, let's super slide off this grass patch right here. If I can get the inverted cam. Thank you. Okay. Got the slide. Now the angle setup. I have a visual cue for that, but one more. Okay, that should be the correct angle, I hope. If not, either the game crashes or I end up in the grotto, but I'm fairly certain that this is correct. And we're on the moon now. And yeah, this is a really laggy area, as you can tell. I need that mask because I'm bad and can't play the game normally. Okay, time for the final fight. Time is coming up on the last hit I do to the third phase. And yeah, watch this laggy mess. Okay, what's time? 1:42. Oh, I've had better practice runs, but it's still fine. And yeah, the only really bad thing was failing the horse riding minigame, having bad rupee and bad bomb RNG. Thanks, Khajiit. And yeah, everything else was decent. And yeah, the fire effects on N64 are so much cooler than on Virtual Console. And the Switch version of this game for Nintendo Switch Online actually features that fire animation. I didn't hit one of the remains, that's bad. And yeah, the fire looks way cooler here. And now the laggy part really starts. Because the remains will shoot bullets and it's just so annoying to deal with. Alright. Thank you. Where are you? Okay, stop moonwalking. Ah yeah, frames, count them. It's so bad on N64. Okay. Oh god, the button is so much farther away than I thought. There's a strat for the last phase to do jump slash cancels, but I'm bad and can't do that, so I should have seen that coming. A few more hits. Why am I on the ground? Time. Sub 145, that's decent. Yeah. And before we check whether we really got everything, I want to give a few shoutouts. Shoutouts to everyone watching at home, donating for the good cause, and especially to the MM community. They helped me out a lot since I started from being a Pokemon runner. And yeah, I have no prior experience with running a Zelda game, so I picked it up, learned everything from scratch, and without all the resources and help from people and dealing with my annoying questions, I wouldn't be able to showcase this run at an ESA event. And yeah, quite happy to be here, and thank you ESA for having me. And yeah, while we watch parts of the credits or the ending cutscene, let's hear one more donation.
We do indeed. We have a $100 donation from Ryan154 with no comment, but putting it towards our Super Mario Odyssey any percent Spjotless Luncheon incentive there. Thank you very much for that.
Alright, let's reset since the game saves after beating Majora. And we will check whether we got everything and check if it's a legit run. I'm quite certain we got everything, but yeah, let's just make sure. We have 21 hearts. No, let's make it 22. There's one heart piece here. And just collect it. Yeah, 22 hearts. Nice. That's good. We have double magic and double defense visible on screen. We have the biggest wallet. We have all the items, all the bottles, the temporary items here don't count. We have all the masks, all the boss remains. The Georg one is a little bit off-center in the 1.0 cartridge version. Yeah, we got the best sword, best shield, biggest bomb bag, biggest quiver, all the songs. We got all the tingle maps. Otherwise, there would be foggy areas still. And we have all the sealed in the Bomber's notebook, so we didn't forget anything. And the only thing to check is whether we hit all the owl statues. And I can check by playing a song. And if there are 10 golden owl symbols, we have indeed a legit run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This run is 100%. Okay, and I had a little bonus game incentive for this run, which has been met. So we will be back in a few moments when everything's set up, and then enjoy some glorious cat noises.
Oh boy, yeah, we're going to take a slight intermission here, get ourselves set up for the next run, but you're not going to want to miss it. We will be right back with that wonderful cat incentive.